Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Dang, it's been forever since I've done one of these here in the classroom by myself. Virtual teaching last year, this year, no thank you. Let me clear this out real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure when you walk in for algebra, you're walking in, I'm not here. You're walking in and you're getting the lesson that says like a glove. If you're getting the wrong lesson, you're doing it wrong. Start off strong. Let's do this. Like a glove. I'm going to go through this very quickly. Not very quickly. Pay attention. Make sure you have a calculator. Make sure you have a pencil. Obviously, I'm not there, but if you have me on remind, send me a question and do as you need to do. Should have brought your laptops too. All right. First things first, we're not doing this warm-up. I'm thinking about number 2. If I zoom in, let's see if you know how to do slope. Actually, this is a line, but I want you to do slope instead. Slope is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I want to see if anybody knows how to do slope. Key terms, not going to talk about any of these except maybe regression line, but we'll talk about that when it comes around. Okay, the getting started. Not going to read the full passage. I'm just going to talk about this is a correlation. This is something that we need to figure out if there's something of a commonality to make predictions. Plot all those points on the graph, 45, 97. Somewhere up here. 25, 55, 25, 55. Somewhere right there. 60, 85. Oh, I told them to set up. Somewhere right here. Again, you have these notes on Schoology. You can definitely copy. If you're just watching, that's okay with me. But you have your own paper too. 6085, I did that. 1537, approximation, somewhere right here. And 100, 100. Okay. Now with this line of data, it does not make a straight line, but we have to make a best line of fit, meaning we have to assume that there's a line going through this graph. So, a lot of us will probably draw a line that looks like this. That's okay. Some of us are going to say, hey, but that's not even close to the 100, 100. What if I draw a line like this? That's okay, because I want to go straight through the middle. So, our job is to use the calculator, make sure we draw the correct line through our graph. We're skipping all these steps, A, B, C, D. We're just going to start and jump into the equation part, so don't worry about this stuff. We'll talk about it when I come back. Okay, using that data, we're going to write an equation. I don't want to do approximation. We will write the equation, okay? Now, first step. First. Oh, I don't like the way I wrote that. And I don't want to use black. First step, turn on stat diagnostic. So I'm going to put stat diag. You're probably wondering what the French toast is at. Don't even stress. On our calculator, it should be resetted. If it's not resetted, don't worry about it. Press clear. We're going to turn on stat diagnostic. How do I get there? You will press this mode button that's right next to the second button, taking our time. It says M-O-D-E. Pressing mode. We should see a bunch of gibberish right there. On the bottom right here, it says stat diagnostics, and yours is probably off. You must turn it on. The way you go there is just pressing down till you see stat diagnostic blinking. You see the off button blinking. Turn it on. Press side button. Turn it on. We're good to go. Press clear. Our calculator is ready to use. That's just a rhythm. We're not going to talk specifically about all the variables we're going to see, but I want you to get used to doing that. Okay, Next thing, we will use this format of stat, edit, stat, calc, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. Now, gonna talk about it right now, but you're probably wondering what the heck are we doing? Okay, to write this equation, we will get used to hearing this slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. But the calculator, when we get to it right now, you will see the calculator has it as y equals ax plus b. So we're going to use the data table, we're going to put it in stat, we're going to get out an equation, and we're going to write that equation. Okay. From this y equals ax plus b, which is the same thing as our slope-intercept form, we are going to fill in a and we're going to fill in b, something like this. Box it up, x plus the b, which is a box also. Kind of like what we used to do with sequences. Now, we're going to use a table from the previous page. I have my paper right here. We're going to go to the calculator. Stat edit, stat calc 4. Check it out. Stat button's right here next to alpha, someone in the source, STAT. Click it. Edit is the first button, so I'm going to click enter. So stat edit is enter. We have a table. Filling out this table in our calculator. We'll do that real quick. 45, pause if you need to. 25, 60, 15, 100. Looks good. Go to the next side. 97, 55, enter. 85, enter. 37, enter. 100, enter. All I did was take those points, put it in the calculator because we're about to come up with an equation. Okay, so we did stat, we did edit. We're going to click stat again. Clicking stat again. Calc, right here, calculate, go sideways, press the side button. And you're going to see number 4, linear regression with the ax plus b that I was talking about. Go down to 4, press enter, and then calculate, of course. I'm not going to repeat the steps because all I'm going to tell you to do, rewind. Rewind, we have our pieces of information later on, which is next time. So I see you Wednesday. We will worry about this, this, and this. And we're going to talk about what this number means. But for today, we're just worried about A and B. Okay, so looking at A and B, I'm going to write those down. So A equals 0.69. Ooh, I think I did it wrong. Let's check. Stat, edit. 45, 25, 50, 15, 100, 97, 55, 85, 37, 100. Guess not. Okay. Stat calc 4. Sorry, had a little brain fart. There's my equation, A and B. We're going to write that down. 0.69 because I'm rounding. Write that down. A equals 0.69. B equals 41.16 because I'm rounding. What do you think I'm going to do with these numbers? Put them in the box. Use blue. A is 0.69. B is 41.16. And this is what I'm going to make sure we are able to do on Wednesday. Okay, based on the equation that we just came up, I'm going to rewrite it without the boxes. Y equals 0.69 x plus 41.16. Now I get to predict what's gonna happen. Based on the equation, predict the number of customers to visit the frozen yogurt shop in 2 hours. Great. This is my x. This is my x. This is my x. We have an x right here. That's our input. We're going to get an output. Check it out. Y equals 0.69. Instead of x, I'm going to put a box, parentheses, plus 41.16. I'm going to do it for all of them real quick. Y equals 0.69, parentheses with a box, plus 41.16. Y equals 0.69, parentheses box, plus 41.16. And guess what we're writing in those boxes? The numbers given. 85, 10, 115. And then we just calculate what is necessary. I'm so curious as to why my thing didn't work, but that's okay. Not gonna stress. I kind of feel like I did it wrong. I'm gonna check it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, just to make sure we're okay. 45, 25, 60, 15, 100, 97, 55, 85, 37, 100. I did it right. Okay. Now, what am I going to put in the calculator next? The part that starts with 0.69 so I can get out what y is. Y equals, we're going to find out that answer. Let's do it. 0.69 parentheses, what is it, 85 parentheses plus 41.16. Y equals 98.81. Write that down. 99.81. Good. Next one is 10. Same thing. 0.69 parentheses 10 plus 41.16. 48.06. That's for this one. Y equals 48.06. And my last one for this one, 115. 0.69 parentheses 115 parentheses plus 41.16. Enter 120.51. Okay. Okay. Now, we want to be able to, don't worry about number 3. We want to be able to make sense of those numbers. So it says predict the number of customers. These are our customers, but people cannot be customers. Okay, so 98.81, that's not the amount of people we have to round. Rounding up 8, that makes it 100 people came to get ice cream. B, 120.5, we rounded up, 121 people came to get ice cream. Letter C, 48.06, rounding up, stays at 48. 48 people came to come get ice cream. So we just made predictions using the calculator. Very straightforward, nothing too crazy. What's next? We're skipping pages. Hold on, before I tell you to skip page 4. All of this is on page, is it 3 or 2? 2, no, page 3, I'm sorry. It's just being repeated, so don't stress about it. Number 4, don't forget the independent dependent. Independent is x. Dependent is y. Don't forget that y depends on x. Skipping the rest. Skipping this mumbo jumbo. Skipping page 5. Skipping page 6. We're on this one. Okay. Again. Oh, we only have these 2 pages. Terrific. We're doing the same exact thing, so make sure you're kind of getting it. If you're not sure, rewind. I need you to at least get to the equation part that we're doing. Okay, first things first. What is range? We should know from the beginning of the school year, domain and range, Dr. XY, range is Y. So I'm gonna make sure I say, okay, range is Y, boom. And then I look at the table. Looking at the table, there's 3 columns, but we start to get used to it. The middle one, which is our nth term for sequencing, is now called my X. So I'm gonna write that down. X, Y. These numbers right here are just for reference, just so you could go back to the table and figure out what's the deal. Okay. Identify the independent and dependent variables. Independent is my span. Dependent is my temperature. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to be able to get out the numbers that you need to get out. Is this a function? If I look at all the x's, are any of them repeating? No, so yes, it is a function. Check mark. Okay. Don't worry about number 4. Number 5. Just a personal question. You really don't have to do that. But that's on your own. Let's jump to the next page. Number 7, we're going to do the same thing using the table. This will take a little bit. Skipping number 7, but for number 6, we're going back to the table and we're going to make sure we put it in the calculator. What do we need to do? Stat edit, stat calc 4. We need to make sure we do our y equals ax plus b, find our a, find our b, put it into our boxes. And then we'll be able to finish it off. Okay. We're gonna put all this table, x and y, into the calculator. Come into the calculator. I have my paper, so just make sure you're following along using our calculator. We're almost done. Clear this out of the way. Stat, staying on edit. Gonna clear this table real quick. Do not go up to the L1, stay there on 45, just click delete, 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 delete. Come over here, delete, 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 delete. Not deleting the top. If you delete the top, you already messed up. On the X side, 1, 2, 3, 4 through 11, through 12, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, it repeated twice. That's bad. So delete that one. Oh man. Stat, edit, going downstairs, well done. Delete that. There you go. 11, 12. Terrific. Please make sure you double check your numbers, because if one number is off, you will get something different. First one is 57.250. You already messed up. 0.250, enter. 57, 1.1, 50. Nope, keep clicking the wrong number. 57.121, enter. 57.196, enter. 57.189, enter. 57 point, oops, sorry, messed up again. Take your time. You see, I'm trying to rush through this, but I can't. 495. 57.445. 57.780. 57.700. 58.245. I'm not gonna double check because I'm assuming I did it right. So we're just gonna pray to God that I did it right. All right. Jumping to the rest of the things, we did stat edit. Now we're going to stat calc 4, going down, enter, calculate, get all those mumbo jumbos. I did do it right because I have the same data. A is 0.125 or 126, and we're going to round that bigger number. Let me write that down. 1.126. Sorry. Use a different color. 0.126. 56.86. 56.86. Of course, we just follow. A goes in the first box. 0.126. B goes in the second box. 56.86. And we're done. I'm gonna fill this out right now. Just follow it in. You'll see it on the notes. I'm not gonna waste too much video time just filling this out. And right here, if you finish, if you keep doing the table, this is number 16 on the span. So you take y equals 0.126, box it up, 16 goes in here, plus 56.86. Put it in the calculator and you get your answer, which should be y equals 58.94 or something around there. Okay, please make sure you get stuff done. Don't waste time. Go on Mathic. You have too much time to get at least a 10%. I'm pushing for 13 because we're on unit 4. Get at least 10%. I'm gonna hook you up. Make sure you get that done. Okay, y'all have a terrific day.